Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. What we're going to be talking about today is Edabit or Edabit. I don't know how you pronounce it, but this is a website where you can go online and learn how to code. And I've seen this a lot. I've kind of heard a lot about this website recently, and I wanted to make a review of it. Basically, what I get from this website is that you go online and basically there's a ton of challenges that you do, and there's a lot of repetition. So I don't know if it's exactly like leet code, but I think this takes a different approach to learning how to code through repetitive like challenges or something. So guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is John Vine. What we do here is we talk about software engineering, and I try to help you guys fulfill your goals of becoming a software developer yourselves. If you guys want to become full-time software developers yourselves, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. I think right now around 90% of you guys that watch the content are not actually subscribed. So a sub and a like would definitely help. And let's get right back into the video. Let's take a look. I've just made an account, and this is the main screen, I guess. So email not verified. You'd love to see it. So there's a ton of different languages. Looks like there's 8 different languages: C#, C++, Java, JavaScript. Okay, so they have like a decent amount of languages. You can go. I guess this gives you different questions. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. I'm guessing there's also an IDE and there's different tags you can use. So here, I guess there's a calendar. I'm assuming that when you complete one, it'll mark like red or green or something on that day that you actually completed it. And then I guess you can also level up. So before we go into a challenge, let's see like tutorials. What's going on here? So beginner tutorials, learn by doing with interactive tutorials. This is really awesome. So before even going into the challenges, it looks like you can just, do a tutorial first. So let's look at what a JavaScript tutorial is. So beginner friendly as possible. That's awesome. It takes you from knowing nothing about JavaScript to being able to solve fun, interactive challenges, which is a great, strategy. You want to make it fun. You want to make it, enjoyable for the person learning, right? So I guess, it just takes you through all of the basic, strings, numbers, and then there's little text boxes where you can write in. And so it seems pretty cool, this little course. I guess if this is the whole course, this is really, really beginner. Yeah, so it looks like if that's the entire course, it really doesn't get into anything. I mean, for Python, the most it goes towards functions, lists, and dictionaries. And in JavaScript, it gets to loops, objects, arrays. So it really is just the basics, the super basics. But, a great place to start if you know nothing. So challenges are these challenges, so we won't go in there yet. What is practice? So you must complete 5 challenges to start a practice session. So I'll make sure to do that, and then we'll be able to check this out. Shuffle, what is shuffle? Oh, so now you can just generate a random solved or unsolved question. You give it the language, you give it the difficulty and the tags. That's pretty cool. So let's go into a challenge. Let's see what it is, right? So how Edabit works. I guess it'll just be like this will kind of be a tutorial challenge. Just an introduction to how challenges work. So there's a place where you can put your code. So we can see check, and then it runs so basically what you get instructions in one page, then there's a place to run the code, then you check it, and if all the tests pass, I guess you can go to the next thing, to the next question and submit. There's also a tab for different resources, which is also great to see. I mean, you'd like to see, like, if you get stuck, you don't want to like start searching for solutions. It's nice that there's solutions in the same environment that you're in. So I like to see that. Also, how do you unlock solutions? Okay, so you sacrifice XP to unlock solutions. I think that's a pretty good strategy. And then there's comments. So it looks like it's pretty active too, which is great. I mean, if they have an active community that you can kind of like, it doesn't look that active actually, a month ago, 3 days ago, a year, 2 years. So maybe it's not too active, but this is a good thing to see that some people are actually using it, because it lets you ask questions and it motivates you too. So what happens if I submit? So I got 5 XP, 5 stars, set your skill level. Yeah, I'm a beginner, and next challenge. So you kind of just go through the motions, do a ton of challenges. And it's kind of like leet code, which I like, and it's kind of a good thing because it takes a leet code approach. So there's a ton of challenges, but it's not really with the goal of a technical interview, right? It's not like just because you can't go to leet code and be a beginner. You have to know how to code and kind of know already. You already have to know the beginner foundational kind of like topics. But what this place does, what Edabit does, is that it takes the leet code approach with different challenges, with coding challenges, but it makes it super basic. So beginners can do it as well, right? So it's kind of interesting. And, look, published by Matt in JavaScript. So people are, submitting their own questions. So this is really, really cool. So here it looks like you just multiply the two numbers. So you see, this is why I'm so smart. And something also that I missed is that you can see the tests that they have, which isn't really that good of a thing. I think if you see the actual tests, then you can kind of code around the tests to kind of pass the test cases. So, I don't like that it actually shows you the tests, but it is a part of it. So you can also bookmark, add questions to collections, see your analytics. What's my analytics? Oh, cool. So look, 15,000 people have completed this question. Nice. So submit. Well, I'm going to try to do 5 challenges so that we can go into the practice session. So we'll be back. So guys, I finally completed 5 challenges and now we can actually do a practice session. So that's awesome. Now, before we do this practice session, what I just wanted to mention is that I did some very easy challenges and it really is taking the leak code approach, but doing it super basic. And obviously for me, this is super basic because I clicked very easy, but then it could also go from there's like 10 different difficulties that you can do. So it really gets detailed and you can slowly progress. But I really think that this is a good way to get better at coding, because I could see that if you have never coded before, these are the kind of challenges that, are simple enough that it could kind of get the ball rolling and kind of build your confidence and kind of give you a chance to practice. Because I can definitely see this being tough for a brand new beginner. So honestly, Edabit, I've never really heard of this website, but it's actually, I think, a very, very promising website that could be a great resource for people to learn coding, especially if it doesn't matter if you're intermediate or complete beginner or you've coded for a bit. I think there's something here for everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and start a practice. What does this mean? So return the remainder from 2 numbers. Oh, so I guess this just gives you like a ton of different kind of questions one by one. And then you kind of just see how far you can get. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess practice just kind of gives you a ton of questions. But you see, guys, these are the kind of basic questions that it gives you. Return the sum of 2 numbers, right? This isn't something you'd find in leak code, but it's definitely something that could be very useful for beginners. And there's like a stupid amount of these kind of questions. So if you're going through the motions, you're kind of like doing challenges, this really is great practice, and the difficulty level is very, very beginner friendly. So guys, honestly, yeah, I don't want XP. I would definitely come here and try to use this as a resource to learn how to code. So you can also like make your own challenges, and I think this is completely free. I think that's the best part, guys. I think this website is entirely free. I don't think there's even you can't even attempt to pay money for this website. You know what I mean? And you can also get challenges. So collections. So what are collections? Yeah, so you can also collect your favorite challenges and kind of put them together, which is pretty good to see. Translation. What's a translation? Oh, and then you can also kind of see what their product roadmap. That's pretty cool to see. Yeah, so guys, that was kind of like an introductory look at, and so see, you look 1 streak, 1 longest. You can also see your streak. That was kind of an introductory look at Edabit. And to be honest, guys, I didn't really know what to expect. But, at the end of the day, after using it, I think this is one of the better resources and websites that I've reviewed on this channel, and I think it could be a very good way to learn how to code. It's a lot of questions, leak code style, but just one by one, very repetitive, and you just keep coding. And I think it's a great way to learn how to code. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Also, leave a comment down below if there's anything you want to add to the conversation. If you want to recommend more websites like this one for me to review, I would love to see it in the comments. So guys, yeah, Edabit, great resource. I would highly recommend it. Have a good day, guys, and as always, take it easy. Peace out.